hockey fans, and welcome to this Australian Women's Ice Hockey League match between the Sydney Sirens and the Adelaide Rush here at Erina Ice Arena on dark and young land. My name is Sarah Doramaja, and I'm here with Eric Brook.
Hello, great to see you, great to be alongside you, great to be ringside at Erina, believe this or not, folks, for the first time ever.
Welcome to my home.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Erina.
Thank you for having me.
So we're at Erina. We are not at Macquarie as originally planned, but we are here for the season. We opened this game up here at Erina Ice Arena. This is their first home game for the season. The crowds are still flocking in, which is wonderful. The girls are warming up, both from Adelaide and the Sirens, and we are almost good to go.
In a way, Sarah, it seems like it's the first day of school because we've been watching for like 5 weeks everything happening around us. The Sirens have been on the road waiting to play at Macquarie. Now, that obviously hasn't happened, and there's a long story that we won't get into that now, but there have been changes to the original draw. So if you were last looking at the draw at the start of the season, there have been changes, so please look on the socials. Siren socials is a good place to start for that one. But really looking forward to this one. The Sirens are on 9 competition points with 3 wins and 3 losses. The Adelaide Rush, a little bit of work to do. 1 win in OT and 1 win in regulation for 5 points.
Yeah, and I was talking to both sets of coaches before, just how are they feeling, how are things working. With Adelaide, they obviously want more points. They're going to be hungry. Some things just haven't quite worked out the way that they wanted to so far, but lots of positive vibes there. Really good team spirit going on. Coaches are really happy with how things are progressing. They just would like more points. And with the Sirens, yeah, I mean, same thing. They would like more points as well, obviously. So they're going to be hungry to get being their first home game for the season. They are hungry to snatch away all of those 3 points. But again, like, we've seen so many good things out of their games in the last few weeks, but there's still some things that haven't quite clicked for them. Now,
last weekend in Sirens land, they split the weekend with the Ice, but they were dominant in both games. They could have won both games. It was very tight on the Saturday, and it was a lot easier for them on the Sunday. Having a look at the Adelaide Rush though, and as I said, they've had a mixed season. They had a home series against the Lightning. They haven't won at home yet this season. Their wins have been on the road against the Melbourne Ducks, and they'll be keen to turn things around against the Sirens. Have been traditional rivals with the Sirens for as long as the Rush. So yeah, it's really interesting to see how these two teams play. The Sirens have had some adversity in terms of not being able to train and all of that sort of stuff. Ice time in Sydney is hard to get. They've been doing a lot of off-ice, which has been awesome. Yeah,
I mean, it's been great with the help of sponsors having access to that. But, I mean, both these teams know what it means to be resilient. They've had their fair share of adversity. We know with Adelaide, all their issues they've had over the years, having only the one rink, and they still manage to just find a way and keep working hard and keep producing. And Sirens, you know, it hasn't been so smooth for them, but at least they have a little bit of stability now. We know where the games are going to be, where their home games are. They know when to show up. And yes, please do look at the start times, because tomorrow is a little bit earlier. There will be a couple of games in Newcastle as well, so please do check the socials to make sure you are where you need to be and on time.
You don't want to be at Newcastle when we're down at Erina, for instance.
That's a whole hour's distance.
But what this also means is that there's a lot more hockey here at Erina over the summer, and there's a series in Newcastle as well. Thank you to both of those rinks that were able to step up, because we all know ice time in Sydney is very difficult. We are about to pause for the ceremonial puck drop and the national anthem. The Sirens, for the first time this season, are in their home blacks, and as a jersey collector, I've got to say, those Adelaide jerseys, the blues for the roads,
they're pretty, aren't
they're
they?
pretty.
They're nice. I mean, it's, you know, they have their red jersey, they have the white jersey, but the blues just, it's popping.
It
nice.
pops. It absolutely does. So we're about to have a ceremonial puck drop and then be in action. I'm so excited, Sarah. It's been so long since I've been commentating in an AWIHL game, since
It's
before
so good.
COVID.
And you know what's even better? That I'm here and I'm close to home and my kids get to be puck kids.
Absolutely.
It makes it so much better. We have rolled in some of these kids as puck kids as well that are local players here, so it's exciting to see the future generation coming through too.
Absolutely. There's a lot of names, of course, that you've been in the league a long time. There's a lot of players that you do know, you have played alongside. And then there's the upcoming generation, the new generation that we're seeing as well.
Yeah, and part of that is just how impressed I am with the Sirens coaching lineup. These are the OG Sirens. It is amazing that we've got Kaylee there, Annalie leading the charge. We got Kaylee and we got Amelia Matheson there as well. These girls, I'm not sure if we can hear what the announcer Ashley is saying. I'm not sure if it would come through the live stream, but Kaylee White will be doing the puck drop, so a few lovely words around her. She has captained the Sirens for a long time. She captained the Australian women's national team as well. Her jersey was the first to be retired by the Sirens. I think some of these the young girls don't know just how fortunate they are to have somebody like Kaylee coaching them.
So this is a fantastic moment.
It is. I just had to absorb it.
And fun fact, you know me, you've commentated with a long time. Some fun facts. Both captains on screen there, Kate Tahima for the Adelaide Rush and Sarah Edney for the Sirens, just celebrated last weekend 50 games.
They did, and congratulations
and we'll
to
pause
them.
for the anthem. Has been played. Both teams are gathering at the respective nets. Let's have a brief look at the leading goal scorers for each team. And for Adelaide, it's a little bit of a surprise. It's actually one of their defenders, Kirsty Venus, 6 goals, 3 assists for 9 points. She's the leading scorer for the Adelaide Rush. And having a look at the Sydney Sirens, Sarah Edney has been on absolute fire. We need a ticker at the bottom of the screen for all of her achievements. 10 goals, 6 assists for 16 points.
She recently hit 100 points in the AWIHL, and it's easy to forget that she hasn't actually been here that long. This is her 5th season, I believe, but she is constantly putting up numbers. I mean, when you've got someone who was the first overall draft pick for the CWHL, played for Harvard University, played for the Buffalo Beauts in what was the NWHL, she is the most dangerous player in this league, and she continues to do that.
And if she wanted to, I'm sure she could be playing P-Dub right now.
She could do, and I mean, she's such a versatile player as well. She can, I mean, her strength is in defense, but she's obviously lethal up front as well. I don't know how she would go in goals, but maybe we need to try that one day.
So Emma Moonen will be taking the net for the Adelaide Rush.
Here's my fun fact on Emma while I was doing my research. She was born in Belgium.
Really?
I have to actually ask her about that. She's feeling a little bit nervous in this game, which is a little bit expected because she is from New South Wales. So all of these Sirens know her, whether they've played against her in the winter. She did a few years ago play for ACT in the Boxall tournament, so the Canberra girls know her as well. The Sirens know how she plays, but they've still got to get through the Adelaide defensive line.
And in net, Nicoya Wellard in net for the Sirens this afternoon. And we are underway. Australian Women's Ice Hockey League action. Wigan cross-ice pass now. Adelaide in possession. There's Tahima entering the zone, trying to get past McConey and one other. Dropping it off from Malfana now. Battle behind the net. Wellard in net for the Sirens. An early shot on, deflected. And we'll come back now for Tahima. Kept in the zone. And we have a whistle. We have a penalty coming already. And the power play is just about to start. The interference is the call. Penalty box door. Sarah will be opening.
Which looks to be that the Sirens will be on the first power play of this game. They're at a 22% conversion rate in their power play so far. They do have a strong lineup. They do put all their powerhouse girls out there. They are very effective in what they do. So let's see how they go in these next 2 minutes or less.
So Adelaide on the PK are running at 81%, fourth in the league. Sirens on their power play, as you said, they're second in the league at the moment. So Sirens with the early power play, opening minute of the game. Cross-ice pass for Edney. Edney fires wide of Moonen. Adelaide do a good job of clearing it out, and we'll go all the way back down. No icing on the penalty kill. Lang, and there's Edney first to the puck. Great 200-foot player, Sarah Edney. Edney looking to go right. Finds Esgarbism. Entering the zone now. Firing and into the rush logo. Well saved there by Emma Moonen. 30 seconds of the Sirens power play, Sarah.
And the first save that Emma Moonen's made in this game, nice solid shot, easy one for her to save. I mean, if you look at this power play lineup for the Sirens, you do have Kelsey Lang, you have Shelby Guttormson, you've got Sarah Edney, you've got Steph Newmark, you've got Kath McConey. These girls know how to play.
Guttormson now. Lang getting involved as well on the half wall. Guttormson. She's been a powerhouse so far. Shot, chases the rebound. Got a good couple of shots on. Moonen was strong. She got the first one and she got the second one. Sirens on the power play from net 15. That was very close to the blue line, out of the zone in any case. No icing on the penalty kill. Minute 7 on the Sirens power play. The power play unit 1 is still on. Tahima and Lang collide. Lang now working out of their defensive end, right-hand side, cross-ice pass intended for Edney. Edney still dragging onto the puck though. Edney into the zone, 50 seconds of the Sirens power play, trying to find a player in support. Left-hand side, back now for Edney. Guttormson walking the blue line. She's got a cannon of a shot. Pass was just wide of Edney. 35 seconds of the Sirens power play, their first of the afternoon. 2 minutes gone. In front, the puck's still free in the slot, the puck's still free, the puck's still free, the puck's free, and now it is under the glove of Emma Moonen.
Oh, it's a little bit of a scary moment there. It was just sitting in front. She thought she had it, but she hadn't. I think she just lost sight of it in those black pads. But yeah, had to make a couple of saves to scramble, and everyone's jumping on her just to freeze that puck.
We could see it perfectly
I could
from
see
up
it.
here.
We had a great view.
So power play unit 2 on now for the Sirens. Wigan for Adelaide, trying to work it out, but just found a Sirens player. And then we'll come back. Sirens still on the power play for the next 18 seconds. Sam Payne with it now. Adelaide struggling to get out of the zone. Brunt back now for Cleo Mayer. Adelaide working out of the zone now. Zabulski up against Arps. Arps first to the puck. Power play over for the Sirens. So Nat Oris was the player in the penalty box, and she comes straight back into the action. Gabrielle Arps. Cross-ice pass, Sirens trying to get it out of their defensive zone. No score, 2.5 minutes of play. That'll come back now for Lucy York for the Sirens, looking to clear it. Almost gets around Martin, back into neutral ice briefly. And it will come back now for Kirsty Venus. Backhanded shovel, and that will come back now for Cleo Mayer. Mayer, here's Kulbita, up against the boards, Newmark. and the puck is frozen on the half wall.
Yeah, it's a little bit of scrappy play going there. I mean, we noted just before warm-ups that the ice was a little bit wet. It did look a little bit sticky out there. Some of the passes just haven't been getting where they want to so far. So I'm sure as it dries a little bit, girls should be able to connect with their passes.
Attacking zone face-off for the Rush. On the attack now. Sirens trying to clear it out of their own defensive end. They do a good job of that. On the attack now, here's Caruso for the Sirens. Leaves the puck behind briefly. It was a good battle up against the boards with Botterill. Centering pass. Finds a Sirens player in some traffic in the form of Newmark. Caruso centering pass. Moonen was watchful on the right-hand post from their point of view. Angevine now has some support. Finds some support on the right-hand side. Pressured there by Rowe. It was Jamie Lunn who couldn't quite get a handle on the puck. Here's McConey. McConey. Haven't been able to say that for years. One of the OG Sirens for many, many years.
Still playing.
Absolutely.
Doing very well.
Rowe, centering pass. In some traffic. Fired in by Caruso. She'll come off for a change. Behind the Rush net. Holub up against McConey. Scoreboard corner. Have to get used to all these corners, Sarah. It'll come back now. Adelaide worked out of the zone on the right-hand side. Trying to find Tahima. Great battle. Trying to go 5-hole, but Wellard saw the opportunity, closed the 5-hole rather quickly and keeps the net dry. It will come back now for Sirens. Cockrell. There's a name we haven't heard in the A-dub for quite a while. Christine Cockrell. Shot goes wide of Moonen and out of play.
Indeed. I mean, she is originally from Tasmania. Family is still there, but she did play for Melbourne Ice for a few years. And Christine Cockrell now lives in New South Wales and Sydney, so it's nice to see her still doing her thing in the A-dub. She did get the call up for this game. This is her first of this season.
I've got in my notes it's the first A-dub season since 2017.
There you go. It's been a while.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sirens. It'll be taken by Sarah Edney to the left-hand side of Moonen. Adelaide, here's Kulbita working it out. She's got some speed, Kulbita entering the zone. Kulbita against Ebney. Kulbita with a backhanded shovel. In the slot there, Sirens do a good job of clearing it out. Back in towards neutral ice. Lee Gunn. And that'll come back on the left-hand side. Here's Arps. Arps promoting the puck right in between both benches. Kirsty Venus, cross-ice pass was well and truly wide of Kulbita. And that'll come back for Cockrell. Cockrell, first game in Sirens colours this season. Thompson off the stick of York briefly. Arps. At least it wasn't the 7 people we saw on the ice in Melbourne at the Sirens. Too many players on the ice. That was a messy change. I called it from 150,000 miles away. But that one was better.
I had watched the start of the game, and then I had to duck out, and I missed that. But I heard about it.
Neutral zone face-off closest to the Rush bench. Mayo getting involved. Lots of traffic in the slot area. It's Mayo. Scoreboard corner. Rush now first to the puck up against the boards. There's a penalty coming in favour of the Rush. Adelaide Rush will go to the power play. Moonen waiting for the call to come off to make the extra attacker. They're just going to keep going. And the shot was wide from the Rush. Delayed penalty. Now Moonen comes off. Extra attacker comes on for Adelaide. Mayer will touch up. Adelaide, first time to the power play this afternoon.
And this is a penalty that Cleo Mayer is known for. She is a physical player. Sometimes she goes in too hard. I believe the call is going to be body checking. No boarding.
Boarding
there
the
you
call.
go. It did sound loud for her. Stay out of the box, Cleo.
She was battling in the corner against Elena Holub. And Adelaide going on the power play for the first time this afternoon.
They aren't as successful as the Sirens in their power play so far. They are only on an 11.5% conversion.
So they're 5th in the league on the power play. Sirens, though, have been really good on the penalty kill, 77%. So clearing it out. No icing on the penalty kill as Cleo Mayo sits in the box for 2. Left-hand side, here come the Rush off the gates of Thompson. Adelaide trying to clear it, trying to get into the zone via Tahima. Martin was there as well. Malthina up against Arps. finds Martin on the blue line. Back now for Martin on the left-hand half wall. Here's Venus. Venus left-hand side. We know she's got a cannon. Venus walks into the left-hand circle. Goes wide. Finds Tahima on the right-hand side. She's got Kulbita. There's Kulbita there walking the blue line. Kulbita thinks about a shot. The pass to Tahima was just a little bit too hot. Rush still on the power play for the next 55 seconds. Kulbita fires. And a good save there by Wellard. How hard are those shots, Sarah, from distance? You got traffic in front.
I mean, for Naoka, it seemed pretty easy. When you don't have clear sight on the puck, it does make it difficult, but she was well out. She was at the top of the crease. She's such a patient and calm goalie as well, which I love about her. She is still very young, and she's only been around for a handful of seasons. She is a late starter to hockey, not just to goaltending, but she is proving her worth, and she's definitely on the radar for the national women's team.
Hold up, does good to keep it in the zone. Firing from distance, it was off target. It'll be back now. Adelaide still on the power play for the next 39 seconds. Sirens trying to clear it out, do a good job of clearing out of the zone via arms. Hold up, will come back. Nat Ayres up against Brunt. Right near the Sirens bench. Kabulski entering the zone. Getting around Lang. Lang almost clears it out of the zone for the Sirens, and it goes in from distance. Call it a Hail Mary if you like. But Rush, a power play goal, 17 seconds remaining of the power play, and they absolutely nailed it through Wiegand, her second goal of the season.
And she's such a young player as well, but she's also proven how effective that she can be. As we just watch on the replay here, the Sirens were just kind of crowding an area and just too many blue jerseys around. There were so many options there, but why not just put it on net? If you see it, take the shot.
I haven't seen that many goals from that position in the AWIHL. It's a way out. And Moonen just holds that one. 1-0 Adelaide Rush, 12:26 on the clock. A power play goal for the Rush. So they'll be pleased about that.
So, I mean, we do say that, just put the shot on net, but possession is the key. So if you can maintain possession and make things happen, and when you see your opportunity, then you take that shot.
Kept in the zone by Cockrell. Now will come out for the Rush on the right-hand side. Venus battling hard against Caruso now. Sirens entering the zone on the right-hand side. Here's Venus. Will she orbit around her own net? She does a half orbit and comes back towards the left-hand side. Rush try and clear it out. Only finding Caruso for the Sirens at centre ice. Cockrell again. Been getting a fair bit of ice time. Back now for McConey. McConey was under some pressure. Still manages to find Caruso. Caruso fires from distance, and Moonen just scoops that up.
You were just saying that Cockrell's getting a bit of ice time. I think you'll find that because we have Bella Ma, Adriana Herrick, they are out for today's game. So a little bit of a depleted defensive line, and that's why Christine Cockrell has had the call up for today.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Sirens. One eventually by Edney, and straight again through to Moonen.
Who must be feeling great. I mean, I was talking to her before, she was feeling a little bit nervous just because it's against the Sirens and against her friends. She's doing great so far.
Another attacking zone face-off, same result but a different method. Firing from distance was Lang, and despite the traffic, Edney was knocking on the doorstep, but Moonen saw that one all the way.
Yeah, I mean, if you put it on the pads, there's going to be a rebound there. If you're going to shoot straight at the logo, there's going to be an easy save every day. As we just watch on that replay, she took the shot. It was from a long distance out, but straight into the belly.
Back now is Gatormson, battling up against Tahima. Reinforcements arrive. Payne centering, trying to find Edney that was in the slot, and also to Gatormson. And that will come back now for Lang. Lang pressured there by Nat Ayres. That's an interesting foot race. Like, I've been watching Nat Ayres play AWIHL hockey for years, and she's still under 30.
It's amazing, hey? Do you know she's been playing in the AWIHL for over 10 years?
Yeah, absolutely. Thompson now firing. Rebound offered. Rush do a good job of clearing it out via the aforementioned Ayres before she comes off for a change. Tahima promoting the puck. Captain of the Adelaide Rush this season in the absence of Tash Farrier. Back-ended shovel cleared out of the zone. Thompson up against Venning. Back now for Venus. Venus battling against Brunt. Brunt, Venus. Venus in good position. Uses the backdoor escape route. It'll come across towards the right-hand side. Rush trying to clear it. out of their defensive zone. Sirens not making it easy. Lunn, cross-ice pass, just looking to give her team an opportunity to change. And that will come back now for Claire Mayer. Centering pass that was intended there for Schmitz, but Lunn was there. Lunn intercepted the pass, got a good shot on too. Rebound. Here comes Venus against Mayer. Venus walking in, centering, but no one could take the hot pass from Venus. And here's Schmitz at the other end now, entering the zone, has some support by Brunt. There's Brunt, couldn't get a shot on. There was pressure there from Martin. 10 minutes remaining in the first period. Rush 1-0. Rush need to clear it out of there ASAP, and they do. It'll come back for Mayer. Arps now. Arps pressured there by Martin. Arps in good position. It's got Schmitz on the left-hand side. Finds Schmitz now, centering off the skates of Kabita on the way through. Ball's back now for Arps. Arps trying to squeeze through traffic, gets a shot on, saved there by Moonen.
The 5 Sirens girls that were just on the ice, all young ones, yeah, every single one of them have played for the Australian under-18 team.
Yeah.
It's amazing just the depth they've got, and the girls that have come through the 18s program, and even on the Adelaide team as well, just the sheer volume of these girls and the experience that they now bring into the AW.
Absolutely, and this is one of the great things about the AW. We'll see how they progress during their career. That'll come back now. Sirens in centre ice. Kilbita up against Lang. Import on import briefly. Kilbita off the stick of Caruso on the way through. Battle up against the boards. Venning getting involved as well. Was Tiff Venning in the Goannas team with you that year, season?
She would have.
Tahima fires and Tahima scores 2-0 now. Absolutely went 5-hole there. Knew where she wanted to go. Found the gap. As easy as you like.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking great for Adelaide, and Sydney are just looking a little bit behind. We just see the replay here as that pass goes across and nobody's on her. The back checking looked a little bit slow. The girls kind of just coasting through instead of just chasing down Kate Tima, who we mentioned before. She has hit her 50th A-Dub game. I mean, she started off obviously in the A-Dub. She went over to Lindenwood in the US to do her college year, and then she came 4 years. Came back and look at her go.
Edney firing from distance, and Moonen will gobble those up all afternoon with no pressure.
Sometimes Edney somehow finds the net, so you might as well take it. I mean, she does have 16 points already in the 6 games this season alone, and she recently hit 100 points, so as long as she's putting on net, there's something behind it. It might just find its way in.
Here's Rowe now, thought about a shot. Mayer at the point. Wide, no action required there by Moonen. Edney in front. Venus now. Looking to clear it out. Now they do clear it out. Here's Nat Ayres 12 on 12 now. Ayres getting the better of that one. Up against the boards behind the net. Thompson looking to fire it out on the left-hand side. There's a big battle up against Kate Tahima. Pass was wide of Ayres. Ayres recovering left-hand circle off the frame. Mayer in good position. We'll come back now for Payne for the Sirens. Thompson, give her a little bit of open space, Shelby Thompson. And that'll come back now for Nat Ayres, firing wide. No action required there by Wellard. Kept in the zone. Adelaide certainly on the attack. They've been spending a lot of time down this end of the ice. Thompson now. Looking to clear it out. Rush leading 2-0. There's a dangerous turnover. And a good shot on by Bettle. Opportunity for Langveen as well. The puck's still free. Trying to squeeze it in the gap. And Sarah, did I see your hands go across your eyes there like you didn't want to see what happened there?
Right there.
Sarah Edney at the other end of the ice. Gets around Benning, fires it wide. Thompson battling up against the boards. Bettle in there amongst others. Martin clearing it out. And that will come back now for Tiff Venning. Centre ice. Here's Lang with a bit of time and space now. Lang fires, goes high. Time to sound the siren for the first time at Erina.
And that's why we say just put her on net. That one just got Emma moving just over the shoulder. It was a nice strong shot from Lang. She saw that. She saw that gap and she was going for it. And Emma in her positioning just She's been great all game, but just gave that gap away for Kelsey Lang to now put the game to 2-1, just a 1-goal deficit. Still with 7 minutes to go in this period.
Well, that's Kelsey Lang's first goal of the season. She does have 9 assists as a defender.
Just still pretty impressive. She sets it up for everyone. It's nice for her to get the goal.
Up against the boards, 2-1 rush now. Zulbulski. Adelaide on the attack. Martin. Lang, the goal scorer for Sydney, up against the boards. Clears it out. Trying to find Brunt. Kulbita was there. It'll come back now for Lang. Lang with it. She's got Zabulski in the front windscreen. Up against the boards. Rush still on the attack. It was cleared out well there by Arps. Backhanded shovel there by Venus. Cleared out. Schmitz. Venus does well. Here's Kulbita. Coming back now for Venus. She's tenacious. Centering pass. Finds Ebony Brunt. Brunt now on the charge. She's got some wheels. Brunt comes in. Pocket was almost picked there by Kulbita. Put enough pressure on the shot. Went wide in the end. And no action required by Moonen. Centering pass. Little bit of confusion possibly there, Sarah.
It did look a little bit scrappy. I'm not sure that some of the girls knew what was going on.
I think it was a case of some people wanting to come off the ice. Oh, there's the puck. Here's Ludd now. Spun around York. The puck's still free in the slot. Cleared out there by the Sirens. Amber Bettle. And that will come back now for the Sirens at their defensive end. Cleared out. Left-hand side. And that, Sarah, will come back for icing.
Is that our first icing of the game?
I think so. Well, it's the first time I've said that.
Yeah, it's taken a while, which means the girls are actually looking for passes and not just trying to dump it down and get rid of it. I have actually seen with some of the girls, especially in defense, they've had control of the puck and there's been a bit of pressure on them and they've actually looked up to see where they want to make the pass. It's fantastic to see.
Langeveen attacking zone face-off for the rush. Lunn kept in the zone by a hold-up. They'll come back now for Bettle. Up against McConey. McConey does well. Langeveen up against Mayer. In the corner at the cafe end. Sirens looking to clear it out via McConey. They do now. Here's a bit of time and space for Caruso. 2-on-1 situation. Pocket pick there by Bettle. Looks to clear it out. The puck almost went through the open door of the Sirens bench. Herlub up against the boards. Caruso comes in to lend a hand. Sirens pick it out. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Rush 2-1. Nice pass by McConey. Good attempt there by Newmark. Well saved there by Moonen.
It seemed that she had more time than maybe she thought she did. I mean, she pulled off a nice moon just to get around the Adelaide defence. As we can just watch it here, it was a beautiful pass by McConey. There you go. Steph Newmark knew where to be. She could have maybe taken a couple more steps in just to pinpoint her spot, but that would have also given Emma Moonen more time to set up for that shot.
Attacking zone face-off, one there by McConey. The Sirens leading shots on goal 11-7, but where it counts on the scoreboard, 2-1 rush. 4:40 remaining in the first. Here's Kulbita working it out of her defensive end. Nice stretch pass. Didn't quite find the stick of Kulbulski, who's had a great year so far for the rush. Here's Arps now, leaves the pucks behind. Kulbulski with it now, trying to find Kulbita. Just couldn't stretch out far enough to freeze the puck there. Wellard. And it will come back. Oh, left all lane. Sirens on the attack. Desperation scores. Steph Newmark. The defence completely left her alone. She got behind the defensive line and Newmark did the rest.
It was basically a replay of what we just saw 10 seconds earlier, except Kath McConey made that pass from her own defensive end. A long stretch pass to Steph Newmark, who was waiting on the far blue line. Goes on her own, more time and space to make a decision. Emma Moonen could not do anything on that. We have a 2-all game.
Steph Newmark's 4th goal of the season. She moves to 8 points, 2-all, with just over 4 minutes remaining in the first period. Hope you're enjoying all the action on AWIHL TV. Thompson, it's Nat Ayres. Sirens swing it out of their defensive zone, cross ice pass. Into centre ice. Samantha Wonder on the ice. playing her first game in the AW this season with the puck now briefly.
Do you know she's a goalie?
Really?
She's actually a goalie. But we don't allow import goalies in this league for good reason.
I was about to say, does she lose her membership? She's playing out, but as an import, she can't be a goalie.
Can't be a goalie, but still good enough to be playing in the AW as a player.
And that's not often the case, is it? It's not often the case that you can be a goalie and then play forward.
You don't want to see me play out. Skills have no handling skill. It's a rarity, but the fact that Sam Winder can do that is amazing.
The first time I met Evan Moonen, she was playing forward in-house in Newcastle.
Well, until she discovered the blue crease.
Absolutely.
And never looked back.
Rush on the attack now, firing from distance. Saved there by Wellard. Lots of action still in the slot. Here's Kilbita. Cross now for Venus. Venus winds up, fires. The puck's still free. The puck's free. The puck's free. The puck's out of the blue paint. Can Sirens clear it out? Using all of her goalie experience up front to clear it out. Katormson now. Katormson and Edney. This is dangerous. Firing, scoring. And the Shelby show continues. What a season she's had.
And she had options on that one too. You would see Sarah Edney just coming down on the left side as an option and being left-handed. She would have had a good shot on that. But Shelby Katormson just saw that opportunity. Do I pass? Do I take that shot? Why not just put that through the 5-hole? Sirens are leading.
They are. It's 3-2 with 3:02 remaining. And I know you and I have had this discussion before. As the goalie, you've got Katormson with the puck. And then on the other side, you've got Edney. But obviously, you have to look at whoever's got the puck first as your first priority.
I mean, you panic. Sometimes it's just chance, and sometimes you just have absolutely no luck at all.
Especially when you got the player of both of theirs abilities. Langevin now firing. Good save there by Wellard with the left pad. Sirens 3-2 now. First home game of the season. Here's Schmitz now leaving the zone. Cross-ice pass. Entering the zone now is Mayer on the right-hand side. Gets around Holub. Right near the scoreboard. Mayer still with it briefly. Reinforcements arrive up against the boards. Adelaide look to be able to clear it via their right-hand side. And it's Kulbita. Sorry, it's Holub. Holub centering pass in front, point-blank range in the slot. Amber Bettle was there. That had her name written all over it. Edney clears it out, and Edney just made sure she was in Adelaide's half to clear that puck so it wouldn't be icing. Here's McConey, kept in the zone well by the Sirens, out of the zone now, and that will come back now for Arps. Arps looking to clear it out, leaves the puck behind, and Tahima's there. Rose doing a mountain of work there to clean up that mistake. It worked out okay for the Sirens in the end, but Tahima could have been home. Firing from distance was Newmark, who's got a goal to her name this afternoon up against Venus. McConey in the slot, trying to sneak it through, hoping for some sort of rebound from a wide angle. Moonen saves on the left-hand post.
If Steph Newmark is winding up for a slap shot, I certainly don't want to be in front of it, but Kirsty Venus has all the experience in the world, was willing to block the shot, take one for the team.
Back now for Arps. Sirens in their attacking zone. It'll come back now for Newmark up against Venus. The battle continues. Adelaide should be able to clear it via their right-hand side, and they do. Nadaris, McConey, Rowe. Lots of players down there. Tahima's there as well. Cleared out. Venus clears it out. It'll be against Newmark. Out of the zone now, back into neutral ice for Arps. Arps looking for a D-to-D pass. Now she straightens up. Adelaide in the middle of a line change, entering the zone and just helping it on its way. Arps, it was off target, but I like what she did there while Adelaide were changing, Sarah.
I've noticed that Gabby Arps, in the years that she's been playing, she's more and more patient, sometimes too patient, but she's not afraid of carrying that puck up from her defensive end all the way to the offensive.
Entering the zone now. Winder fires, and a good save there by Moonen with 33 seconds to go in the period.
Not long to go. It's been a 5-goal period so far. Sirens have taken 15 shots on net to Adelaide's 8. Anything could happen.
Certainly could. What's going to happen in this next 33 seconds? We've had a really good first game back in Sirens colours, in the Sirens black, up against the boards. 25 seconds remaining in the period. The puck just needs to continue to move to the satisfaction of our referee. It'll come up against the boards. Now Adelaide, AWIHL beat up. Adelaide trying to clear it out of the zone, but can't. Edney, 10 seconds, cross-eyes pass. Was trying for power drive, couldn't quite connect. Feather touch at best there by Payne. It'll clear the zone. And what a seesawing period of hockey we've had. Adelaide with the early goal, Siren coming back and leading 3-2 after 20 minutes.
And both teams have had a power play. Only Adelaide was able to convert on their one for the first goal of the game. By Wigan. That's her second for the season. Captain Kate Tiama, she scored 3 minutes after that. Her second for the season, and then Sirens responded. Bang, bang, bang. One from Kelsey Lang, one from Steph Newmark, one from Shelby Guttormson. That's her 7th goal of the season.
Absolutely. So 2 goals, Rush, and then 3 unanswered goals for the Sirens. What's going to happen, we'll see when we come back from the first intermission. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the resumption of play after the first period at Erina Ice Arena. The Sydney Sirens 3 are leading the Adelaide Rush 2. Back soon. welcome back to Erina Ice Arena. Feels strange for me to say that. At the end of the first period, the Sydney Sirens 3 are leading the Adelaide Rush 2. The Adelaide Rush got the first couple of goals, a power play goal to Annika Wiegand, and then Captain Kate Tahima with the second goal for the Adelaide Rush. And then after that, 3 unanswered goals for the Sydney Sirens. Kelsey Lang, and then also Stephanie Newmark and Shelby Thompson with the third one. Sarah, how did you see that first period?
I mean, to be honest, some things were looking a little bit scrappy, especially down in the Sirens' defensive end. A few scrambles. There could have easily been a couple more goals where there was a loose puck right on the post, and Naoka wasn't quite there, and then Adelaide couldn't connect to it. There was another pass across the crease where the shot didn't go anywhere near the net, but could have easily found the back of the net. So a few lucky chances there. But the Sirens are strong up front, and after a few shots, they managed to figure out how to break the wall of Emma Moonen. They do all know how she plays, but she does have strong defense in front of her, and eventually, after 2 goals down, they found their way through, and Sirens leading 3-2 as we head into the second period.
So having a look, shots on goal, that favours the Sirens 15-8. There's certainly lots of opportunities at both ends. You were talking about the puck being loose in front of Wellard. There was a couple there in front of Moonen as well that we could see the puck perfectly, but as you know, and as you can tell us, it's a lot harder sometimes to see as a goalie.
Look, and honestly, there's always the debate about the colour of your pads, right? So Emma Moonen made the save, and then the puck was just sitting in front of them as well. But they've also got black pads, and sometimes you just lose sight of them. It's easier to see on white pads, but then that also works in favour of the opposition as well, because then they've got better sight on the puck too. So you've just got to figure out what's going to work for you. Tracking is super important. Both goalies have been great with that. Their positioning, their depth control has been good, but just a little few mistakes at both defensive ends that have resulted in 5 goals in that first period.
So ready to start the second period. Kath McKeaney for the Sirens and Kate Tahima for the Adelaide Rush with the opening face-off. Period number 2. Rush getting the better of that one. Entering the zone now is Nat Ayres. Got her first point for the season in that first power play goal for the Rush. Kept in the zone there by Venus. Left-hand side. Here's Lang against Ayres. Lang in good possession. Clears it out. That'll come back now for Caruso. Trying to clear it out. Finds McConey. McConey has got Newmark for company now. Good stick lift at the good time there by Tahima, and that will come back now for Venus. Venus clears it out, and as long as it stays in the rink and hits the netting, it's A-OK, and that'll come back now for Lang. Lang with a goal already to her name, just dumps it in. The ice is a bit wet at that end in front of Moonen on Moonen's left-hand side. They clear it out. Newmark briefly. Here's Venus looking to clear the zone, but it was good work by the Sirens to stop that one. And it will come back now for the Rush. Wiegand, power play goal, finds Zabulski. Finding Martin now. Martin enters the zone up against Lang. Import on import, battle up against the half wall. The puck almost spills into the Rush bench, but stays in play. Centering pass, finding Newmark. It wasn't Newmark's goal outstanding. Stretching, reaching was Holub. Holub entering the zone, finding Martin, and Martin there with a good shot. Holub has improved so much over the last couple of years. I think she's still at high school, if my memory serves.
She is still under 20. She's on my list with those.
Back now, Rush trying to get it into the zone. Here's McConey. McConey centering pass. It was a bit too hot for Rowe. Rowe battling against Holub. Sorry, Sam Payne that is back there. And that will come back. Edney there, and a good save there by Moonen. There's a penalty coming.
There is. It was just behind the net and straight in front of referee Jeff Scott. But Naoka Wellard was not skating to the bench. I mean, a lot wasn't going to happen. Sarah Edney did have the puck and took a shot on that, but it went straight into Emma Moonen's breadbasket. So we do have a face-off down the Sirens' offensive end. They do find themselves on the power play. Alana Holub is trying to debate this, like, oh, what happened? It wasn't me. I certainly didn't hook anyone. But the Sirens are on their second power play.
Sorry, Adelaide fans. I just talked her up and then she takes a penalty. Commentator's curse.
We jinxed it.
Edney does well to keep it in the zone. The second Sirens power play of the afternoon. Thompson now with it, battling up against the Venus at the cafe end. Thompson now Edney on the blue line. Has some support in that corner. Newmark back now for Edney. Edney cross-eyes pass. It was off the skate there of Lang and just out of the zone. Lang leaving it back now for Edney. Edney enters the zone. Opening 30 seconds of the Sirens power play. No action required yet by Moonen. Back now for Newmark. Kept in the zone here by Kelsey Lang. Trying to find, but good move. McConey almost joined that gap. Kept in the zone well by Edney. Battling up against Malthina. Air swing Venus. Venus with a bit of time and space now. Grabs the team on her back. Just happy to promote the puck. Giving her teammates in blue a chance to change. Back now for Lang. Lang clears it out. Good work there. Cool beater up against Newmark at the blue line. Here's an opportunity for Newmark. Got no immediate support. She's got a lot of pressure up against the boards there. Edney, Newmark and Martin coming together on the half wall. Right near the Sirens penalty box. And that will come back. Martin trying to clear it out. Kept in the zone briefly by Lang. Here's Martin now. Good work there by Thompson. And offside is the call at the blue line.
That power play one lineup works so well together. And I think it's because every one of them have spent time in North America playing that game. We've already talked about Edney. Guttormson comes to us from Minnesota. She played at Minnesota State University. Kelsey Lang played at University of Calgary. Steph Newmark was at Plymouth for a while. And then Kath McConey was in Toronto for a few years as well. So these girls know the North American game and seem to make it work well in their power play.
And you really can afford to have that power play unit out there for basically a minute 40 because they're just that good.
And their skill level. They know how to move that puck and maintain possession of it.
Here's Mayer now. Finding some support, trying to clear it out. They've got 10 seconds of the power play remaining. Goes behind ups. Here's an opportunity for Adelaide, though. Saved there by Wellard. Martin took care of business there. Cross-eyes pass. Power play over. Herlub back onto the action and heading straight towards the bench. Kulbita now promoting the park. Have we got a too many call? I think we have a too many players on the ice, do we?
I think the linesman, Dan's just trying to confirm that, just how close in was that change. Did blow the whistle, is the only call that they're allowed to make. So I think they're looking for that penalty, but the Zebras are talking about it to see was it or was it not.
So Herlub was trying to come out of the penalty box and go onto the bench. Another player came on. They may have come back too early.
We're letting that one go.
A close call there.
The Sirens do need one more. There you go.
So a neutral zone face-off closest to the rush bench. Now clearing it out is Lang. Lang for the Sirens. Winds up, selects power drive. That was high. That was above Moon. And that would have been above Ella Kari's head, I reckon, if she was in there.
Ooh.
That was high.
That was high.
Back now for the rush, trying to clear it out. Newmark applying some forechecking pressure. Up against the boards now. Here's Wiegand up against the boards. Caruso in there. McKerney in there. And that will come back now. The puck's still free. Sirens on the attack. What a great shot that was in the slot there by Caruso. Caruso trying to go over the puck. And that was great work there by Lunn. Even though she was falling, she still managed to promote the puck. That'll come back now for Lang. No change to the intermission score of 3-2 Sirens. We've had almost 5 minutes of play already, Sarah. This is amazing.
There's been a lot going on that 5 minutes too.
Certainly has been. Here's Newmark trying to enter the zone up against Molthana. That'll come back Newmark. Wiegand's next in the front view mirror. Then she's got Venus. And that'll be a penalty against Venus. Venus throws the hands up to say, who, me? And Sirens back on the power play.
I like the, what would you call it? Just wanting to have the referee change their decision. The optimism, that's the word I'm looking for. Good luck to you. Jeff Scott's not going to change his mind.
If it works, you've got to try. What's the old expression? If you don't ask, you don't get?
Well, exactly. But maybe there's a way you need to ask Jeff Scott.
I don't think there's a way that you can ask that will change the back now for Edney on the blue line. Sirens third power play of the afternoon. Edney fires from distance. McConey was in front. Tapping on the doorstep, but Moonen saw that one.
Edney was trying to, you could see she was trying to go for the rebound there, just to put it straight on net for Emma to make the save, and for somebody to pick up the rebound. It did just go a little bit high. It avoided all the sticks and traffic in the way. but didn't quite produce the rebound
She
that
had
they were
some
hoping
good
for.
options, good Thompson, and also McConey in front. Here's Lang now, left-hand side, dropping it off for Thompson. Back now for Edney. Edney comes back into the neutral zone. The puck skipped. Cross now for Thompson. Just happy to dump it in. Back now for Holub for the Adelaide Rush. Clearing it out. Up against the boards. Well cleared out by Tahima. Lang. And a hand pass in the attacking zone for the Sirens. It'll come outside.
I think because I think it was Lang that was trying to keep it in and batted it down with her hands. It kind of landed on the blue line, but while it was in the air, I think it went just outside. So they're counting that one as an offside. I think that's why the whistle was blown by linesman Nick Eyre.
Now, one thing about a hand pass, if you glove it down to yourself, it's all good. But if it ends up even accidentally to someone else, well, that qualifies as a hand pass, even though you haven't done the distinctive hand pass motion. Back now for Ups. Still a minute 13 of the power play. This power play unit, 2 on for the Sirens now. Lucy York amongst others. A shot from distance from Nat Ayres. And that will come back now for Cleo Mayer. It's on the ice with Brunt. And Ups. Ups with the puck now. Ups looking across all the lines. Passes it off and has some support. Ups took that most of the way. Mayer has to turn and chase. 45 seconds remaining of the power play for the Sirens. Cleo Mayer with it now. Trying to find York or Ups. Found nobody in the end. And that will come all the way back for icing on the power play.
Look, it is the second power play lineup for the Sirens. Obviously very different to the first power play. You've got all the young ones here. Every one of them has played for the Australian under-18s national team. They do have that little bit of overseas experience. Some of them have spent a little bit of time away, but you can just see the difference in that experience coming through.
Attacking zone face-off, won by the Rush briefly. Here comes York. Sam Payne with it now, up against Kulbita. York in the slot, cleared out. Well cleared out by the Rush. Safety first there by Wellard. And that will come back up first to the puck, but almost straight away. Kulbita winds up, selects power drive in the slot. Bad clearance by the Sirens. Jordan Kulbita, you don't want to be her if you're a Sirens fan. You don't want her in the slot. That's exactly where she was, and it's 3-all.
But, I mean, you could see if we get that playback, the replay where Lucy York, I think it was, she had the puck and she was skating down, but Kulbita just had the legs to catch her, so they couldn't do anything dangerous with it. But then down the other end, that pass goes to her. It's like the Sirens girls might have just forgotten that they still need to do their defensive work as well. Just left Kulbita out in front. Nothing Neokuela could have done on that.
So one thing to mention about that goal too for Adelaide, it was short-handed. Venus is still in the penalty box for another 10 seconds.
It is still Sirens power play.
It is still a Sirens power play. In the slot, puck's free. Adelaide just need to clear it out now, and they do that via Kulbita. Power play over. Venus back into the action. Kulbita centering past. Shabalski was there, tapping on the doorstep, but Wellard says no.
I think she was ready for that one. She read it. She saw a blue jersey flying down towards her. As we just watch it here, look at the Adelaide players go. A 2-on-1 setup straight across the crease to the slot line. Naoka Wellard sees it and says, nope, not today.
Zabalski 2 years ago might not have been in that position, but she was in that position today and almost got another goal for the Rush. It's 3-all, 12:40 remaining in the second. Here comes Sarah Edney now, crossing the line. Scott Thompson with her fires, big rebound, but Ayres can clean up for the Rush. Centering pass, it'll come back for Arps. Ayres again, and as a zone 2-on-1, chasing the puck, dumping the puck for herself, looking for a rebound. There was none. Wellard strong.
She always just looks so calm. You can never tell what's going on in Wellard's head, which sometimes makes it frustrating as a coach. But she just looks so calm and patient on the ice. She can definitely make a save. She definitely moves very well, very quick, very agile in it. I'm not a fan of just covering the puck straight away, but I'm glad she had her pad down just in case.
I think your heart rate's way higher than hers at the moment.
Well,
by the
maybe.
Malfana with it, up against Arps, dumping it off. It'll come back to Thompson. Cross ice pass now. Sam Payne. Holub, Payne. Winder. Ebney, cross-ice pass for Thompson. He cleans up. Back now for Payne. Payne enters the zone, trying to get down the slot there, but well held there by Venning. Cleared out by Lund briefly. Venning finishes job, gets it back into neutral ice. Winder with it. And Rush take it back via Holub. Centering pass. York back on the ice now. Creates a turnover. York fires. Didn't get enough on it. Feathered touch. And that will come back. Holub looking to clear it out. Somebody's neck guards on the ice. Venning trying to clear it out. Uses the half wall. Out of the zone now, the Rush. On the attack now. Angeveen has some support from Lund. Puck's behind the net, looking for the wraparound. Wellard was there. Bettle was there as well. Clears it in the slot, trying to get that goal for Adelaide. Here's an opportunity via York. Entering the zone now, Schmidt. Schmidt winds up. Blocked in front. Deflected in front. Sirens certainly giving it a red-hot go. Here's Venus now. Venus puts on the afterburners. Trying to find a gap. Almost runs into a teammate, Bettle. Centering pass. Just trying to give her teammates an opportunity to change. Here's Venus in front of the scoreboard. Martin in some traffic against Mayer and against Rowe. Now the Sirens clear it out. Here's Schmitz with it. Schmitz now, Venus. What's that quote about an immovable force and a movable object? Back now, Sirens eventually clear it out. And that will come all the way back down. York thinks about chasing the puck, but it's time for it to come off the ice. Zabulski with it now. Left-hand side. Here's Kilbita. Kilbita gets around one. Kilbita gets around a second one. Lang's going to be a harder boss. Just happy to fling it in, finding Martin. Now the Sirens can clear it out there. Right-hand side, McCaney comes down. Thought that might have been a trip. It was one of those captain obvious ones, but the Sirens still have possession. It will come back now. 99% of the time that one gets called, but the Sirens still have possession. Zabulski rather with it, up against Mayer. Reinforcements arrive. Lang did enough with the skates. Sirens try and clear it out, trying to find McCaney, but Malthana was there. Now they can clear it out, the Sirens via Newmark. Newmark entering the zone. It was good work by Botterill. Here's Lang. Lang, it was a good battle with her, Malthana. Cleared out by Venning. Centering pass intended for Tahima, but a Sirens player got there in the meantime. Back now for Newmark. Newmark, Botterill gloves it down to herself. Caruso there as well. Tahima clears it out. Kept in the zone, Winder. Winder still, centering pass, didn't connect with anybody in the black, and it will come back for Lang on her own defensive line. 3-3 the score. Sirens on the attack now, firing going high, Lang. And Moonan's there.
We did have quite a bit of debris on the ice as well. Ebony broke a stick, an Adelaide player lost a net guard, and someone else went to collect it as Kelsey Lang came down. It's like, what do I do? Do I let go of this net guard? Kelsey Lang had a nice shot on net. Emma Moonen had a nicer save.
Tuck his own face-off coming up for the Sirens. Sarah Edney will take it. To the right-hand side of Moonen. To Thompson. Good stick work here. Off to the races. It's Jordan Kilbita, fires, goes high. That almost needed clearance from air traffic control. It went that high in the end, and it will come all the way back down. Sabulski with it now. Centering past Kilbita again. Arps was strong in the slot. Sirens try and clear it out. Thompson's now got some time and space. Looking to turn attack. Trying to get into attack now. Thompson fires and scores. She's got 2 for the afternoons.
And that puts her up to her 8th goal of the season. If you give her that much time and space, it looked like there wasn't a whole lot of pressure on her. She was just skating through. It wasn't even full speed. You can see how she's moving. She had so much time to make a decision, dipsy-doodle around, and just pick her spot to put it right past Emma Moonen. The Sirens are back in front on 4-3.
She could have picked several spots there and
Oh
would have
my
had a great
gosh.
chance at all of them. So 4-3 Sirens now. Shelby Thompson with 2 goals. Back now, Lucy York. Angeveen, Schmitz. Venning looking to clear it out. Rush trying to clear it out there, right-hand side. They do. Finding York. In front of the Sirens bench. Adelaide do a good job of clearing it out. And that will come back, and we have a whistle.
We did see before the Sirens' last goal, there was just a lot of scrappy play going on, a lot of puck turnovers, and neither team could maintain possession of the puck. Lots of interceptions, lots of dangerous scoring options going on, but they just could not seem to connect with the puck. So I think the Sirens' goals, that last goal, definitely lifted things they definitely needed just to get ahead again.
The celebrations in the corner up against the boards, you'd think they'd won the cup. But they were excited, and rightly so.
Oh, of course.
Back now for Lang. Lang looking to enter the zone. Enters the zone. Here's Newmark now. Newmark, 2-on-1 situation. The puck gets diverted wide. It'll come back now for run for the Adelaide Rush. Here's an opportunity down the right-hand side, but McConey's there. Here's Dahima with it. Has no support for the moment. 2-on-1 up against the boards in that corner. McConey looking to clear it out. And we have a whistle. There's a power play coming. Tripping the call. Penalty box door will be opening.
The Sirens will find themselves on the penalty kill. It's Kelsey Lang that's heading to the box, which is not great to have because she has been strong, well, in the power play, but just defensive overall. So the Sirens are going to think about who they're putting out there. Sarah Edney is out there on the PK, as is Ebony Brunt, as is Sam Winder, and as is Gabby Arps, I believe.
So an attacking zone face-off and start of the power play for the Rush. Kelsey Lang, top of the umbrella. Kilbeda on the right-hand side. Venus at the top of the umbrella. Kilbeda's dangerous wherever she's, as is Venus. Venus now looking for a gap. The puck's free. That was a good shot on from Venus. Sirens trying to clear it out, and they do. Finds Venus again. Venus with it now. Right-hand side. Re-entering the zone. 30 seconds of the Rush power play remaining, and Sirens do a good job of clearing it out, and it's Edney. Moonen comes just to settle the puck down. Oh, I get a goal anxiety when that happens. Sarah, threw your hands over your eyes again.
Oh, I just had visions of past experiences.
Back now, Adelaide Rush still on the power play. An escape there for the Rush. Here's Venus again. Firing, but finding Edney in the slot. It will come back now for Martin, Riley Martin. Here's Kilbeda. Kilbeda fires. Deflected into the corner by Wellard, and that will come back now. Venus can't keep it in the zone for the Rush. They've got 50 seconds of their power play remaining. It feels like a 5-minute power play. I know it's not.
It has felt like a while.
Back now for Winder. Entering the zone, just happy to fling it in. Goes wide of Moonen. And it will come back. Nat Harris will clean up. It'll come back for Riley Martin. Battle up against the boards, eating valuable seconds from a Sirens point of view. Reinforcements arriving. You almost feel like there's a whole heap of cops approaching you when you see them in that shade of blue in the corner. Oh, break this up.
Wasn't me, officer.
Wasn't me. No, definitely not. Here's an opportunity. Here's Zabelski. Zabelski fires, sprays it wide. With 14 seconds remaining of the power play, that was a great opportunity that went begging. Adelaide still on the attack though. Aris, left-hand half wall. Finds a stick of row on the way through. McConey was providing pressure as well. Holub fires. Deflected from in front. Thompson with it now. Power play over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Thompson with it now. Under some pressure there from Cebulski. Does a good job of clearing it out. And that will come back for icing.
Just trying to do the maths there that we had Kelsey Lang went to the bench, but no one came out for her. But now we're back to 5. And I think they're still deciding, should I be out here? Do you want me back on the bench? Where do you want me to be?
Sometimes it's a case of which 5 do you want out there now?
It's even better when a goalie is getting to the bench and nobody's looking. It's like, where's the 6th skater?
Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Rush. I've missed this. This has been fun. Venus cross-ice pass. Whoops, Venning won't want to see that on the replay. It'll come back now for Thompson. Thompson Got 2 goals so far, but she's gone offside.
So close. It was Ebony Brunt that was just being so patient with it as best she could. Just couldn't time it. She has apologized to Guttormson for that, but we do have a face-off just outside in the neutral zone.
That must be hard too, because you know the sort of speed that Guttormson's got, and you know what she's trying to do, but sometimes you do miss the timing.
Well, you try to just skate along the blue line, but Ebony didn't have enough space to even do that.
Battle up against the boards, out of the zone there, and that'll be offside.
It seems to be the spot where people are taking a tumble, though.
Ice is slippery.
Only 4 more minutes till another ice clean.
He's not watching. Ice is slippery. Neutral zone face-off closest to the Sirens penalty box. It will come back now. Kulbita, cross ice pass, Wiegand. And will come back Cockrell. Has to turn and chase. Zabulski in good position. Martin's there for some support. Venus waiting on the blue line. Sirens do a good job of clearing it out. Here's York now. York. Venus in great position. Zabulski entering the zone, but the Rush now have gone offside.
Hasn't Zabulski just been fantastic year to year? The experience that she's been getting in her 4th season, I think that she's up to now. If I read, her 4th AW season. Every year she just gets better and better. Just be, the breakaway shots that she's had as well. It's great to see.
Neutral zone face-off closest to the Rush penalty box. McConey there. Cross ice pass. Lund now looks to enter the zone for the Rush. Lund fires wide. And that will come back now. Winder clears it out towards the scoreboard. Caruso first to the puck. That will come back. Winder again. Up against Bettle. Winder with it. Back towards the scoreboard. The puck's probably moved 5 metres in each direction at this stage. The puck comes off our referee. Continues. Here's McConey now with a bit of time and space. McConey sprays it wide. And that will come back now for Newmark. On the left-hand side, down at the cafe end. And that will come back. Lund trying to clear it into the neutral zone. They do now rush. Here's Caruso. Bettle does well. Back now for McConey. McConey has a bit of time. Tries to find Newmark, but couldn't. Found her love. Newmark with the puck now. Getting around Venus. Here's Newmark on the left-hand side. Newmark against Venus. Newmark in good position. The puck's free in the slot. McConey. Her eyes must have lit up like Christmas trees, but couldn't get the stick on the puck, and it'll come back for some air for Winder. It will come back for Rowe. Funky bounce off the boards there, and that will come back now off the skates there of Edney. Tahima entering the zone now. Firing, big rebound, but fortunately for the Sirens, there was no powder blue jerseys there. Entering the zone now, Thompson with it now. Fires deflected wide by Moonen, and the Hats stay on their heads for the moment. It'll come back now for Tahima. Cafe corner, or the cafe end. It's not actually on the corner. Here's Rowe. Rowe tries to fire, but Tahima was there. Left-hand side. Nat Ayres now winds up, fires 5-hole, big rebound. The puck's free in the slot. The puck's free in the slot, and Ayres has her first goal of the season. The puck was there for what seemed like an eternity, and finally Nat Ayres could just help it home over the line, and it's 4-all.
It was just all in slow motion. It was there. There was a save. There was a rebound. Who's going for it? I think Wellard lost sight of it. Otherwise, she would have pounced on it straight away. And just in the corner, just Nat Ayres just there. Dig, dig, dig. Just do something to get it in. Manages to find the back of the net. Congrats on your first goal of the season, Natty Ayres.
Puck's free, puck's free. The puck's free. And like you said, it seemed like it was in slow motion. 95 seconds remaining of the period. Almost out of play. Holub. Sirens with it now via Lang. Lang promoting the puck. Holub in good position, clears it out. It will come back now. There's lots of people who want to play attack. They want to score goals. But there are some people who want to play D. There are some people who want to play goalies. And the Ds in this league are getting better every year. Cebulski now centering pass. It was a good opportunity there for Kulbita. Well led up to the task. Under a minute remaining in the second period now. And that will come back now for Holub. Getting pressured there by York. Holub in good position. Finds Cebulski up against the boards. Reinforcements arriving from both teams. 45 seconds remaining of the period. Cotterill from distance. Off the skates of Holub on the way through. And that will come back now. The Rush just look to clear it out. Back into neutral ice. Here's Schmitz now. Got a bit of time and space on the left-hand side. 25 seconds remaining in the period. Cleared out of the slot. Turnover. Back now for Lang. Lang fires. Was wide. Looking for somebody in front. There'll be a power play coming up for the Sirens. A player was brought down in the slot. Ebony Brunt. And she gets brought down again. And with 13 seconds remaining, the Sirens will head to the power play.
Ebony Brunt is not happy with that. I mean, she's already broken a stick, not out of frustration. In this game, she wasn't keen to break another one by people falling all over the place. But there's 13.2 seconds left in this period, which means that the Sirens will head into the third period still on the power play, unless there happens to be some change of action in the next 13.2 seconds.
So Tiff Venning heads to the penalty box. She doesn't take many penalty minutes, especially for a defender.
She is possibly one of the most polite defenders around. Such a lovely person on and off the ice.
Attacking zone face-off, McConey. Sirens on the power play again. Edney looks to fire and does fire. Looks to get that buzzer beater for the second period. Another attempt. Saved there by Moonen. Adelaide, they just need to clear it out, and they do. It's 4-all at the end of the second period. Sirens 4, Rush 4. Shots on goal favouring the Sirens 22-20. When we come back, the Sirens still have a minute 46 of power play time. Sarah, who scored that period?
Oh my gosh, it was a lot going on. Less goals this period, but Kulbita opened up in that period on a short-handed goal, of all things. So that was her 5th for the season. Guttormson, she had her 8th of the season. We're waiting for more from her, but a fantastic goal, all the time and space in the world. Nat Ayres with her 1st for the season. So you have a goal, you have a goal. No, you have a goal. And we have a tied game at 4-all.
We certainly do. So when the Sirens come back, a minute 46 of power play time. Let's see what happens. Anything can happen in this next 20 minutes. The Sirens at the moment, they are 3rd on the ladder. The Adelaide Rush, they're 5th on the ladder. We'll see what happens. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for the resumption of play. At the end of the second period, Sirens 4, Rush 4. Back soon. Welcome back to Erina Ice Arena, and what we're seeing on the screen at the moment is Chuck a Puck. There's a great crowd here, Sarah, and it's a fundraising thing to see who can get closest to the puck, and let's see if somebody can take home a great prize. Players will be back on the ice shortly. What a period to talk about for all the score. Let's have a look at the head-to-head stats between the two teams after 40 minutes of play. 4 apiece. Shots on fairly even, favouring the Sirens 21-20. Save percentages are fairly similar. Adelaide Rush conceding 4 penalties to the Sirens 2. The Adelaide Rush, though, have had a good afternoon, though, on special teams. They've had a power play goal, Sarah, and they've also had a short-handed goal. Yeah,
I mean, they managed to capitalise on some of the Sirens' mistakes.
Oh, that one was way off into the boonies. That one's not going to win.
Just watching the chuck a puck and how close are we getting to the code. Nice little fundraiser for the team. Yes, indeed. That one hit. A power play goal and a short-handed goal, which means that Adelaide are effective with what they are doing today. The Sirens, not so much in their lineup. There's been some strength there, but we did talk about just the difference in the skill level between power play line 1 and power play line 2. No fault of the girls themselves. It just comes down to experience and age indeed.
So having a look at that second period, Jordan Kilbita scored a goal, the short-handed goal, and Nat Ayres, she was dig in the front. The puck was there in slow motion. She got her first goal of the season. And Shelby Thompson, what an afternoon she's having. 2 goals, 1 in each period so far.
I also feel like that Thompson can just take it up another gear. It looked like for that second goal that she was kind of just coasting. It looked so effortless, but she also has a long leg stride as well that she can take 2 steps and she's down the other end and everyone's taking 10 steps and they still can't chase her.
Absolutely, and that goal, that second goal really came out of nothing, and that was just her speed. And as you said at the time, she wasn't even at full pace.
No, and she had all the time and space in the world. The Adelaide girls just couldn't catch her. Had so much net to shoot at on Emma Moonen, who has been playing fantastic. But if you're left in front of the slot, as Shelby was, she just made her way across into the slot line and took a shot, picked her spot, and away it went.
Both teams coming back onto the ice now for the third and final period. 1 of 2 games this weekend between the two teams. Back here again tomorrow afternoon at the Erina Ice Arena. If you're in the area and can make your way up to the Central Coast, it'll be a great afternoon worth of hockey. The Sirens, important to note here, Sarah, they will be on the power play for 1:46. Tiff Fanning having some alone time in the penalty box to start the third period.
Yes, then Tiff Fanning, a veteran of the game we talked about, did start off with the Goannas, then moved to Adelaide, chasing a boy as you do. They are still together, as far as I know. But yeah, she's such a lovely person on and off the ice, not one to normally take penalties, but she is still in there for 1:46 or less. The Sirens have come out with fresh legs. I'm sure we are going to see the same 5 players on that power play 1 lineup. Will they last the full 1:46? We will wait and see.
Well, they've actually gone pretty close on a couple of times. Now,
they have.
Normally, you don't have your teams on the ice for that amount of time, but when you've got the type of players that we're talking about, they have been on the ice for about 1:30, 1:40, so they could almost stay out there the entire time. We're just about underway. Tahima against McConey. Sirens on the power play. Venus clearing it out on the penalty kill for the Adelaide Rush. The Rush do have a short-handed goal and a power play goal this afternoon. Lang looking to clear it out for Edney. Nice cross for Thompson. For Thompson now entering the zone on the left-hand side. 2 goals to a name already. Centering pass. Has some support on the right-hand side. Lang's at the top of the umbrella. Edney on the right-hand side, closest to the Rush bench. Edney at the top of the umbrella now. Edney fires. They got McConey on the way through. Back now for Edney, 1:14 of the power play. Thompson now with it. Looking for a shot. Lots of traffic in front from both teams. Rush do a good job of clearing it out. 65 seconds of power play. And Lang comes all the way back to her defensive circle. Cross-eyes pass. Thompson now with it. New PK unit on for the Rush. Thompson fires. Moonen saves. Thompson regaining the rebound. Here's Herlub battling against Newmark in the scoreboard corner. 45 seconds remaining of the Sirens power play. Back now for Edney. Edney finds Kath McConey. McConey under some pressure. Lang there. Lang almost puck out of play. It'll come back now for Holub. Underneath the scoreboard, 29 seconds, and Holub does a great job of clearing it out, giving her team an opportunity to change. No icing on the penalty kill. Here's Lang now in that wet section. With 15 seconds of the power play remaining, does a little bit of a pirouette. Thompson actually watched on a video. She was originally a figure skater, and then she saw what fun hockey people were having and decided to play hockey. So it's our gain in the slot, cleared out. Power play over for the Sirens. Venning comes out and almost picks the pocket there of York straight away. Now she'll come off for a change. Great work there from Tiff Venning out of the box, Sarah.
Yeah, just straight out there. Your comment about formerly figure skaters, we've had a few of them. I know definitely with the Sirens. Remember Sammy Lay?
Yeah.
Used to be a figure skater before she discovered hockey. And then Fiona Moon and Remy Harvey, they were speed skaters before they picked up a stick.
Oh, Fiona Moon. I haven't heard the name Fiona Moon in relation to hockey for a while. Remy Harvey doing great things in coaching in Ontario. In Canada, and also at the national level here for Australia. Here comes the Sirens working it out via Brunt. Brunt trying to squeeze through a gap that wasn't there. It'll come back now for Kulbita. So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kulbita regaining the rebound off the shins there of Brunt. Kulbita fires. I don't know what suburb that would have ended up in, but Wellard had nothing to worry about. And that will come back now for the Rush, looking to go on the attack now. Shooting towards the cafe. Here's Langevin. Left-hand side. Adelaide Rush doing a partial line change. Battle on the half wall. Sirens looking to clear it out. York's in a bit of time and space, but Winder had the puck trying to find York, but it just found Wigan for the Adelaide Rush. Rush still haven't won at home so far this season, but they're on the road. Happy to be here in Erina. Slightly new experience for them. Back now for Battle. Sort of gives me a Macquarie vibe of having a shopping centre here. Here's Edney. Edney wasn't far off in the end, was just wide of Moonen. Adelaide looking to go on the attack. 3.5 minutes of action. Sirens looking to enter the zone via Mayer. In some traffic, Edney fires in the slot. It'll come back now for Thompson. Thompson now with it up against the Adelaide Rush. It's almost got the whole team at her at one point. Thompson fires and was so close, but it was just wide. And Malthana looks to clear it out for the Rush on the left-hand side. Gets around row, promotes the puck. A little bit of a funky bounce. How have you found the boards here, Sarah?
They're bouncy.
They're bouncy.
I mean, obviously the Sirens players would know that from having played here throughout the winter, but Adelaide would also know that, not because of the players, but because you've got Jeremy Friedrich, who is their head coach, who has played for Adelaide and the AWIHL. He knows how this rink works.
So nothing like experience here, even if you physically haven't been here. And of course, Emma Moonen has spent so much time at this rink as well. Up against the boards, McConey with a bit of a don't argue. Goes wide of Moonen, no action required. It will come back now as the Rush clear it out. Here's an opportunity now. Kulbita fires. Kulbita scores. I don't know if Wellard saw that coming. Jordan Kulbita went 5-hole. Rush celebrate. They take the lead. 15-12 remaining in the third and final period. Sarah, what can I say?
Look, unfortunately, it's not the first time a goal like that has been scored on Wellard. There are times when there's long shots that are taken, and I don't know if she just blinks, if there's a blindfold on, or if she just actually can't see the puck. But sometimes she just stays on her feet, when if she just drops into a butterfly, it's an easy save. Unfortunately, not the first time this season she's been scored on like that either.
Cockerell now coming onto the ice for the Sirens. They're now down by a goal. Jordan Kulbita with that one, her second of the afternoon. Newmark clears it out for the Sirens. Holub battling with McConey up against the boards near the Rush bench. Entering the zone now. Here's Lang. Lang 2-on-1, but the Rush stood tall. And here's Kulbita again. Also a hat-trick. Watch out. Kulbita centering pass. Cebulski was so close, but just a bit wide in the adjacent postcode. Not this one, but it was close enough. Wigan. Cebulski battling against Cockrell. Reinforcements arrive. Zabulski comes down. The arms stay down. Bit wet in that corner. Zabulski with it now on the attack for the rush. Trying to find some support. Sirens clear it out of the immediate danger area. Here's Caruso. Caruso now enters the zone. It's 3-on-1. It's like Seagulls fighting over a chip. And the pass, or the what was supposed to be a shot, was well wide of Moonen. No action required. Here's York now. Here's Brunt with a good shot, and Moonen at the top of the crease holds.
It's always nice to see Lucy York and Ebony Brunt work together. They are both the Canberra girls of the team. In the past, there have been more girls. The Kenyan sisters, for example. It was nice having the Canberra line, but it's just down to 2 this year. But they work so well together because they've been playing so well together.
Oh, Gabby Arp selects power drive. Did she do a good job of that from the top of the umbrella? It will come back now. Schmitz, 3-on-1. Schmitz comes down. Sirens will go onto the power play, which they'll gratefully accept. 13:48 remaining. Interference, the call. Penalty box opening for the rush.
It's good to see Schmitz getting her ice time. She's still one of the young ones. She has played for the U18 Australia team. She has also won, her and her sister Ellen did actually go to the Winter Youth Olympics together, which was exciting.
Absolutely. Annika Wiegand sitting in the penalty box for the rush. She has a goal to her name this afternoon, but she also has 2 minutes of penalty time now. Sirens on the attack, and the Sirens fans have worked out the acoustics of the venue, as Ben Chalker would say, in winter, and the Sirens on the power play. Let's see how they go now. Shelby Thompson now, 2 goals already, walks the blue line, finds Sarah Edney now. Edney left-hand circle. Back now for Lang. Lang fires, but it just got Tahima on the way through. It will come all the way back down. Safety first for Wellard. But great pressure by Tahima there. Here's McConey with a bit of time and space now. Minute 28 of the power play remaining. Centering pass. Connected with Thompson. Deflected high by Moonen. Left-hand corner. Minute 20 of power play time remaining for the Sirens. Here comes the Sirens. Lang reels that one in. Lang fires in front. Venus is there. McConey is there. But importantly, Moonen is there and holds for Adelaide.
You can see that Kath McConey and Steph Newmark are just trying to create traffic and chaos in front of Emma Moonen so she can't get side on the shot. And then you've got Lang, Thompson and Edney just being patient with the puck, moving it around east to west where they can, finding their opportunity to fire on net and hopefully pick up a rebound. Emma Moonen did save it that time.
PP2 on now for the Sirens. Ebony Brunt there, Lucy York, Cleo Mayer, Gabby Arps with the puck now. Finds Mayer on the left-hand side, fires. Good left pad save there, or actually her right pad, Emma Moonen. Back now for Arps. Arps for York. Back now for Mayer. Mayer left-hand circle, 48 seconds of power play time. In the slot there was Nat Ayres, clears it out, giving Adelaide a bit of breathing space. Almost gets the puck back from York. Entering the zone now is York. Back now for Brunt. Brunt was double teamed there. York battle up against the boards. Hale up there, holding her there. Reinforcements need to arrive and Brunt comes to lend a hand. Up against the boards. Referee Jeff Scott just needs to see the puck continue to move, even if it is millimetre by millimetre. It's like it's an auction on a Saturday morning. And it's all cleared out. Everybody competing for the same bit of real estate. It will come back now for Gabby Arps. Behind her own net. 5 seconds of power play time remaining. Payne was there, but absolutely sweating on that pass was Martin. Power play over. Back to 5-on-5. Mayer does well to keep it in the zone. Here's Venus up against York underneath the scoreboard. And there'll be a penalty coming against the Sirens. Venus draws the penalty. Sirens have just had a power play now. They'll go on the penalty kill.
And it was right in front of referee Jeff Scott as well. No intent behind that, just kind of got in the way. It is Lucy York that is heading to the box. We did see that Adelaide were dangerous. They've been dangerous on their power play and on their penalty kill as well. The Sirens just need to step up. Get a 4th person out there for your penalty kill. There you go. There's your simple math. And they just need to shut it down.
So that penalty was always going to be called and twice on Sundays. Adelaide now on the power play. It will come back now. Kept in the zone well by Venus. Right-hand side. Still wet on that side. Kilbita. It will come now for Tahima. Battling in the corner, cleared out by the Sirens all the way down. No icing on the penalty kill. Moonen will just clear the puck. Clear the puck there. Loving life in Adelaide, Emma Moonen. And here comes the Sirens. McCaney just controlling the puck at the moment. Sirens short-handed for the next minute 24. Just looking to clear it out. Thompson clears it out. Lang goes for a chase now. Lang first to the puck. No icing on the penalty kill. Brought down by Kilbita. There's no penalty on the play.
I think people were looking for that. The Sirens bench weren't too happy about that. The way that Lang went down, I mean, she did suffer a few injuries last year as well, so just being extra cautious on that. But the way that she was just hit behind from there, we certainly don't want any more concussions. 600
amateur referees wearing Sirens jersey would have appreciated a penalty, but none coming. So the Adelaide Rush, they're at the wrong end of the ice at the moment, but they're still on the power play for the next minute 13. Here's Holub now looking to clear it out. Holub cross for Wiegand. Pressured there by Brunt. Lunn. Back now for Nat Ayres. Ayres on the left-hand side, entering the zone, up against Arps. The puck goes across the face of goal. No action required there by Willard in the end. It will come back now for Cebulski. Cebulski, Adelaide still on the power play for the next 45 seconds. Lunn was pressured there by Edney. Edney short-handed, Siren short-handed, 2-on-1. Edney fires, saved by Moonen, cleaned up there by Herlub. Nat Ayres looking to clear it out. Found Cleo Mayer on the way through. Cebulski, hasn't she been everywhere this game? Battle up against the boards, eating valuable seconds. 18 seconds of power play time remaining for the Rush. Herlub does well to keep it in the zone. Trying to find Ayres, but it wasn't on target. Centering pass didn't connect with anybody or anything from either team. Wiegand in some traffic. 3-2-1, power play over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. York comes out of the penalty box. Edney tries to find York. The pass was a bit hot for York, but I like the idea. Back now for Herlub. Herlub putting on the afterburners now. Thompson comes back. And I think that Thompson got caught up, threw her hands up to say, you got me, and then there was no penalty. Back now for McCaney. McCaney trying to get it through. And we found the skates of Ayres. Back now for McCaney. Battle on the blue line. Sirens have to watch the offside. Newmark realises, come back, enters the zone now. Newmark left-hand side, has a goal to a name already. Up against Venus, up against Tahima now. Scoreboard corner. Tahima with it. 5-on-5 hockey, but for how long? Pass intended for McCaney, couldn't connect. Lang certainly connected. The puck's free in the slot. Venus clears it out enough and then finds Captain Tahima. And that will come back all the way from Althana with it now. And that will come back in the favour of Kelsey Lang, who's looking good after that collision a little bit earlier. Lang trying to enter the zone all by herself, has some supporting to Thompson. Battle up against the boards, cleared out there by the Rush. Winder does a good job of clearing it in. Cleared out of the zone, back into neutral ice. And Sarah, it's an end-to-end action. And here comes some action now. Kilbita fires, but was just under some pressure. Couldn't get the shot off early enough, Sarah.
So close. She had that space. It was there. Naoka Weller just gave her less than a foot of room to move. If Kilbita had had a good shot on that was for sure going in. Venus fires. Kilbita fires off the rebound. Kilbita with it now. The acoustics here. The Sirens fans love the acoustics. They've discovered the Rhinos trick. I'm so glad they've discovered it. Back now for Venus. Didn't take him long either, just quietly. Back now for Lang. Lang in front of the house now. Looks to clear it out. Lang clears it all the way down. Oh no, Emma! I thought that was going to deflect in after she tried safety first. I want to see if her dad's okay there. Terry. We can check. He's right over here. Terry, you good? Fun fact, Terry and I actually work together. Well, there you go. That is a good fact. We did say before that Emma is a local here. She does live in Newcastle. That's where her family's from, even though she was born in Belgium. I am going to have to confirm that with her because that's what Elite Prospect says. But anyway, yes, so she played for Adelaide last year and she actually relocated there for this AW season to play for Adelaide, who are certainly doing well investing in her.
She's not FIFOing this year.
No, she's actually living in Adelaide this summer.
And slightly wide. I think she was a bit frustrated that shot missed. Wiegand. Malthama. Battle up against the boards. Holub. Sirens on the attack briefly by Brunt. Here's an opportunity now for Holub. Holub fires the puck balloons up off the pads there of Wellard. Sirens now looking to clear it out. 6:47 remaining. Rush up by a goal. And that puck could have ended up anywhere in the end. It ends up behind the Moonan net. And that will come back now for Tahima. Deflected off the stick of Lan on the way through. Safety first. You're not the only one who gets goal anxiety sometimes, Sarah.
No, I mean, I spent enough time playing in this league that I've made my fair share of mistakes. But yes, safety first. Sometimes you've just got to read the percentage plays. Should I go and play the puck? Should I leave it for my Ds?
But sometimes, even though we saw with that Moonan example, sometimes you have the best of intentions and then stuff happens as that shot from Edney goes high and wide. It'll come back now for Arps. Edney with the puck now, deflected off Lunn. Rush clear it out there, right-hand side. Here's Bettle. Arps. Good battle in front of the penalty boxes there between Bettle and Arps. Tapped on there by Sam Payne. And that will come back for Holub. I feel like I've called Holub's name a million times today.
She's impressive. And again, another one who's improved over the years and has under 18 experience as well.
Thompson sprays it wide. The crowd, you may have heard the groan as the Thompson was off target slightly. Sirens clear it in. We have a whistle.
The puck is in the Adelaide bench. It was there temporarily as people were trying to figure out what's going on.
Do you want to play again?
What I would like to pick up on again, only because goalie is in my blood, is the whole goalie's handling the puck. So coming out to play the puck in different circumstances, having the confidence to do it. But teams all over the world need to get the goalies to practice this. Watch
the battle between Kilbita and Thompson here at the face-off.
Bit of country dancing going on.
Yeah, bit of folk dancing. It's all good. Back now, Adelaide on the attack. Zabolski's got 3-on-1 and scores. She had no right to score that goal. It was a 3-on-1 situation. Nobody shut her down. She fired, went high. And that is a goal for Torres Zabolski. 6-4 now for Adelaide with 5:13 remaining.
I mean, there's still plenty of time left, and it is a stop-time game, but still they can't afford any more. There's 3 players there, and none of them could shut down Zabolski. And now they're still figuring out what's going on. Who's on? I'm on. No, you're on.
You can only do so much as the top line. You can't have them on there forever. As you said, there's still plenty of time as Venus orbits around her own net with 5 minutes remaining. Venus now, before today, the leading goal scorer for the Adelaide Rush, almost made it into the attacking zone. We'll come back now for Venning. Venus managed to tap it on. She looks towards the bench. Sirens working it out of their own defensive end via Rowe. Rowe centering pass for Edney. Managed to split the gap. Sarah Edney fires. Saved there by Moonan. Adelaide clean up the rebound. Reinforcements arrive. Here's Venus. There was a battle against Brunt. And that Iris now, 4:23 remaining. Shots on goal favouring the Sirens, 30-26. But importantly, Sirens are down by 2 goals. Back now for Mayer. Mayer flirts with the blue line. Looks to enter the zone, but there was a Sirens player in the zone. Payne was in the zone as she was trying to come off. And that'll be offside with 4:09 remaining.
Hey, you can see Payne, she was just trying to make her way to the bench, and there's players that she had to dodge and weave through. But Cleo Mayer, as she was walking that line with the puck, she didn't see that Sam Payne was still in the zone. Missed opportunity.
Neutral zone face-off closest to the... Oh, now this is...
They're getting a talking to now.
This is Thompson this time and Jamie Lunn.
Behave, you girls.
The puck will eventually leave that area. Sirens with it now, with it all to do. Down by 2 goals in the home opener. Entering the zone, Arps winds up, selects power drive, but the line, he says, no, you're offside, Sirens.
Look, I'm not going to argue with Nick here on that one. Things seem to be getting a little bit of feisty. There's some Adelaide body language and possibly some verbal pleasantries being exchanged.
Oh, I thought Lannika Thompson were going to niggle again. Now, Kilbito I could understand. Jamie Lunn, I was a little bit surprised. But anyway, entering the zone, Sirens spraying it wide. No action required there by Moonen. Kept in the zone via Lang. Battle up against the boards. And Adelaide clear it out. Firing it in. Here's Lunn now. Lunn walks in. The puck's free. There was a rebound. Lunn again fires. Wellard saves this time. Little round of applause in the central commentary position.
I'll always applaud that. Jamie Lunn is not one you want to be up against and picking fights with. She is a strong player. Here's a fun fact for you. She played for the New South Wales inline team this year, along with Kath McConey and myself and Adriana Henrik. We picked up gold. So,
oh, look at you go.
I'm happy for Jamie Lunn to be here as long as she's not against me. And
shot fired by Wellard. While we're here, did you not win an award for being a goalie this year in Ice Hockey New South Wales in
yes.
Div 2?
How good is, I might get in trouble for this, how good's beer league?
I know, right?
So that's all I do. So much for retired.
So much for retirement, Sarah.
Just going and playing Nationals inline hockey as you do, but also Div 2 Winter League. I might have picked up a few awards.
Back now for Cebulski, and that will come back. Battle up against the board. Sirens with 3:07 remaining, down by 2 goals. Rush will just be happy to stay down this end of the ice. It will come back now. That'll be a penalty every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Sarah Edney will be going to the penalty box for that. Moonen comes off the ice now. Extra attacker on. Centering pass. Adelaide firing. Puck still free. Sirens take possession. Bit of frustration there for Thompson. And 2:41 remaining. Sarah Edney, not necessarily a player that you want to see in the penalty box in this situation.
Especially, about to go onto a penalty kill as well. The girls do need her out there, but as I said before, a little bit of pushy, shovey and verbal pleasantries being exchanged, and you can see it's getting a little bit heated out there. There's only 2 minutes 41 left in the game, but the Sirens are going to find themselves on a penalty kill for 2 minutes, hopefully not less than that. We do try to remain unbiased here, but here we are at the Sirens home game. So,
attacking zone face-off at start of the Adelaide Rush power play. Venus now on the blue line, deflected out of the zone there by McConey. Back now for Venus in neutral ice. Venus left-hand side finds Martin. Battle up against the boards. Lang's in good position there, trying to clear it out. Finds Kilbita though for the Rush. Out of the zone, back into neutral ice. Venus now, 1:35 of the Edney penalty remaining. 2:15 on the big clock. 1:30 on the small clock. Kilbita again for the Rush. In the box seat, here's Venus, thinks about firing. Tahima sprays it wide. Back now for Arps. Arps needs to clear it out urgently. Thompson needs to clear it out urgently. And there's another penalty coming.
We're getting a tripping penalty coming up. I believe that should be for Adelaide. Yep, there we go. So we will have a little bit of 4-on-4 action for 1:14. There is less than 2 minutes left in this game and a 2-goal deficit. Sirens are trailing Adelaide Rush 6-4. And it's Riley Martin, the import, who finds themselves in the box.
So 1:55 remaining. Timeout.
So they will talk their strategy. Nobody at this point will be pulling goalies. You wouldn't when you have a 4-on-4 going on. And I'm not sure if the Sirens would want to consider it, given the scoring strength that the Adelaide Rush players have. You leave an empty net, they are going to be able to find it.
So 4-on-4 for the next minute 14. 1:55 on the big clock, 1:14 on the small clock. Sirens now need 2 goals. In front! It looked like it went in by Newmark. The Sirens are celebrating. The goal horn's going off. And in front, that was great work in the end. And it's Steph Newmark who cleaned up the scraps there.
I don't know on the replay if we'll be able to see the angle of that shot. There's going to be debate on it. I think they want to see. They're calling it a goal. I think Jeff Scott's calling that a goal. We'll bring it back to center. Jeremy Friedrich wants to debate that. I would love to have a net cam right now to see if that crossed the line.
Now there's no video review.
Still 4 on 4.
Still 4 on 4. So Sirens now, they're only down by a goal. Minute 48 remaining. 4 on 4. An even strength goal. 4 on 4 for the next 67 seconds. And we're underway. How good's this?
So good. Steph Newmark seems to be credited with that goal. We will get confirmation of that soon.
Back now for McConey. Entering the zone now is Lang. Lang trying to squeeze past 1, squeeze past 2, centering pass. Couldn't connect with McConey. In front, McConey in front, and the Sirens have equalised. 2 goals, bang, bang. The Sirens are sounding, and wowee, we are tied.
This is textbook, do not give up. Kath McConey, an OG Siren, veteran of the team, just battles for it. Emma Moonen is heading to the bench. I think she just needs to check in, see what's going on. It will still be 4 on 4 hockey.
Indulge me for a minute. McConey. That's classic Kath McConey there. Adelaide have called a timeout.
They're looking to reset. The fans have discovered the acoustics. There's cheering going on. The energy has lifted in this stadium. If our Sirens can just hold the next 47 seconds, get Edney back out there, and then have a little bit of time on 5 on 4 hockey, they'd be looking to put something in the back of the net one more time to get all 3 regulation points. Otherwise, we will be going to overtime.
Let me point this out. Sarah Edney went to the penalty box. We said, that's terrible.
Apparently
oh my God. Sarah Edney went to the penalty box. Oh my God. What are the Sirens going to do? The Sirens, 2 bang bang goals. We're tied at 6. We've got 88 seconds remaining. And we're still at even strength. It's still 4 on 4 for the next 47 seconds.
This is exciting.
And now we've got the Let's Go Sirens chant for the first time that I can remember today. Cross-ice pass, rush. Now, they were in the box seat not even 2 minutes ago when Sarah Edney went to the penalty box. And Adelaide rushed so close on that occasion.
That net's off.
And the net is off. Imagine, how is Sarah Edney feeling at the moment?
Excited. She's probably thrilled that she gets a little bit of time to catch her breath, and then she gets the last 40 seconds left of the game to go and do her thing, because I am sure that she will just go and join the play rather than going straight to the bench.
She was probably thinking when she went off, oh no, this isn't good. Exactly what we were saying. And then all of a sudden, Sirens bang bang, 2 bang bang goals to tie it up. Adelaide Rush, on the other hand, they would be feeling very deflated, like a hot air balloon that has been turned off for the afternoon.
But as captain, you would have trust and faith in your team, and you lead by example, not saying you should end up in the box, but I'm sure she was confident with what her players could do.
Okay, the rush now. There is 1 minute remaining. We're all tied. Malthana fires off the skates. Is there a penalty coming? No. Thompson, no. Back now for Holub. Off the skates of Venus. Venus has to come back. 45 seconds remaining. We're about to have another whistle, and we're about to get Sarah Edney back in 2 seconds.
Crowd will be cheering as soon as Edney is back on. We will have 40 seconds of 5 on 4. The faceoff has been brought back a little. I think that might have been a slightly deliberate offside, perhaps.
42.5 seconds remaining. It's all tied. Edney out of the power box. A penalty box, an abbreviated power play for the Sirens. It will come back now for the rush. Captain Tahima against Captain Edney. Captain on captain briefly. Here come the rush. Good stick check there by Newmark. The puck's free. Moonen sprawls. and the net stays dry for Adelaide. 18 seconds remaining, and we'll come back now for Venning. Venning almost turns it over, does turn it over in front. Edney looks as she fires, and the puck ballooned into the air, but not in the back of the net. Sirens, one last opportunity in the slot. McConey couldn't convert. Edney needs a Hail Mary, can't get it. It's tied at 6. We're off to OT.
We are off to OT, and I'm so glad that this league evolved a few years ago, not only just having the 3x20 stop time games, but there has to be a result. So we will find ourselves in 5 minutes of 3-on-3 hockey. If there is still no score after that sudden death, then we head into a shootout, my favorite thing in the world.
Wow, the final shots in regulation ended up to the Sirens, 35-29. Now this is an interesting one. There's still 5 seconds on the Sirens power play.
Yeah, so we won't actually see the 3-on-3. It will carry over, so it'll actually be 4-on-3, and then at the next whistle, the next stoppage, it will then even out to 3-on-3 again. I am going to take a guess that on the ice for the Sirens, you are going to find Kelsey. What was I saying? Kelsey Lang. You'll probably find Steph Newmark, Sarah Edney, and Shelby Guttormson are probably going to be the 4 you have out there. They are catching their breath. They are going to do what they can, try to gain possession of that puck, keep possession of that puck, find their opportunity to go.
And for Adelaide, you'd have to put Jordan Kilbita out there.
For sure.
Venus.
Absolutely. And possibly Kate Tima.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
It would.
Let's see if we can get this right.
So Jordan Kilbita goes over to the penalty box, has a talk to Riley Martin, who's still in there for another 5 seconds. It sounds like it's thundering. I know that it's not.
There is a thunderstorm coming later tonight.
That'll be good.
We need that weather change. My gosh, it's hot. What a day to be in an ice rink.
Oh, it's one of the many great things about the A-Dub being in summer. It's the coolest place to be. You too can be here tomorrow afternoon. But let's go to overtime. Let's go to bonus hockey. Edney against Kilbita. And the Sirens on the attack by Guttormson. Deflected. Venus was in there. Guttormson of Venus. Wiegund's out there, which is a little bit of a surprise. Kelsey Lang's there as we predicted. Martin out of the penalty box. So effectively for the moment until the next whistle, it's 4-on-4. Come back out, centering pass. Here come just out of the penalty box. Martin sprays it wide. There was a big rebound, but there were no Adelaide rush players within Cooey. And now they clear it out. Here's an opportunity for Guttormson with the game on a stick. 2-on-1. Waits for some support. Edney goes to the... Guttormson wasn't that far off target in the end. Edney taking over. 4:15 remaining in OT. Back now for Tahima. Tahima now battling against Winder. Winder up against the boards. Sirens trying to change. I think they might have bungled that change, but Newmark was there. Wasn't the best change in Sirens history. Entering the zone now. Here's Winder. Winder fires. Deflected by Moonen. Newmark behind the net. 3:50 of OT. Adelaide need to clear it out. They do now. Nat Iris with it. Back to centre ice, but there are only Sirens there. It will come back now for Ebony Brunt. Brunt against Venus. Venus in good position. Brunt gets the better of that battle. Gets around one. Doesn't get around Jordan Kilbita. Here's Venus now with the puck. Adelaide attacking zone. Kilbita fires. Wide of the net. Iris centering. Got the goal frame. Back now for Cleo Mayer now. Trying to clear it out. 3:25 of OT. Back now Venus. Wide. No action required there by Wellard. It will come back now for Winder. Off the skates there of Newmark. Kilbita, who feels like she's been out there the entire time. 3:08 remaining of overtime. There's a penalty coming. Adelaide. Delayed penalty for Adelaide. Adelaide shoots. Via Nat Iris. Saved by a Wellard. And Shelby Guttormson will be heading to the penalty box.
Look, we said before, Edney is not the one that you would want in the penalty box. Guttormson's definitely not one that you would want in the penalty box. But the Sirens still have depth and strength. They will be on the back end of the 4-on-3. Adelaide get that advantage. You certainly can't have a 3-on-2 out there. But Edney is there, taking her time, catching her breath. We can see that Kath McConey is out there, and we have Kelsey Lang. 3 solid players who work fantastically together. They just need to get it out of here.
Shelby Thompson sitting in the penalty box. 2 minutes for slushing. Adelaide Rush. Power play in OT. Here's Holub. Holub fires in the slot. Tahima nails it. And Adelaide Rush. They get the game in OT. Kate Tahima regains the rebound. And Adelaide Rush. I can't really say it was a come from behind because they had the advantage early. But in the end, that could have went either way. A power play in OT. And Adelaide Rush by captain Kate Tahima nails the rebound and nails the game for the Adelaide Rush.
You can see it. It was just a long shot on net, and Nerka Weller made that for a save, but the rebound just popped out in front. No sticks tied up. That was just an easy goal, but that does wrap up the game. Adelaide take the 2 points from the OT win. Sirens take the 1. They will both be coming back hungry tomorrow.
What a game this locks in for tomorrow.
What a game. And Kate Tahima, just outstanding today. I mean, so many players we could name, but Kate Tahima captaining this team. She's worn letters for the Australian under-18s team and the national women's team as well. Plays a bit of rugby union in her winter. Just so much strength, so much skill, and fantastic leadership qualities to her. She would be my player of the game.
What a promise to be a fantastic game, and what a fantastic game it ended up being. Adelaide Rush 7, Sydney Sirens 6 in OT. Handshakes all around. I think the heart rate will be up for all of us for a little bit of time.
I think it's time for dinner. We just need to calm down. That was intense. That was a lot, but it was so good.
It was so good. A-Dub's back in New South Wales. The Sirens aren't at Macquarie. They're here at Erina. That game could have went either way in the end.
It could, and hats off to Erina Ice Arena as well for stepping in with the difficulties with Macquarie Ice Rink not being quite ready. But my gosh, when hockey is back at that rink, it's going to be amazing.
Well, the crowd that we've had here this afternoon, they've been loud, they've been passionate. Stick taps all around for the Sirens, for their fans. The Adelaide Rush, they will stick tap their fans as well. What a fantastic game, and the best thing about this, we're back tomorrow afternoon and we're going to do it all again.
And it is not at 7:30 a.m. How good is that?
I know, right?
It's at a family-friendly hour.
So, Sarah, thank you very much for your company as always. It's been fantastic.
Thank you. Likewise. It's great to be back. Great to be working with you again.
Great to be back indeed. Thanks as always to our hard work ThoughtFox Media crew. Don't forget, all of the games are on AWIHL.tv. If you've missed anything, if you want to get your heart rate up again, if you want to see things in this game, lucky we didn't have Sarah Cam.
Oh my gosh, goal. Imagine if there was a camera on us. All the emotions.
So we will see you tomorrow for Game 2 between the Sydney Sirens and the Adelaide Rush. I've been Eric Brook. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Thanks for watching.